everyone. It's like family has come tonight. And tonight is less formal than tomorrow's big event. And it's just so nice to have this time. People coming from Pune, coming from Bangalore, just to have a nice time together and celebrate Master and our gurus. And in appreciation for all of everything Swamiji has done and everything Nayaswami Jyotishji and Deviji have done, and on and on.
We're very also grateful to Mr. Kaarthikeyan ji for coming. He had just returned last night from Australia, specifically just to come to attend this afternoon. So thank you, sir. We'll begin with some singing from the choir.
When the dawn breaks and then the morning sends the sun high in the sky, who would hide from heaven's glory? Who would pass the challenge by? La 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 la.
There's a morning for every nation when the sun's high in the sky. There's a time for every people to affirm their destiny. La 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 la. Even so, all of us together can create a better land. Leave the past and new tomorrow waits for all who understand. There's a morning for every nation when the sun's high in the sky. There's a time for every people to affirm their destiny. La 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 la. Even so, all of us together can create a better land. Leave the past, a new tomorrow waits for all who understand. La 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 la. Leave the past, a new tomorrow waits for all who understand. Life is a dream, time like a stream, carries our burdens away. Never despair, joys everywhere. Love can befriend you today. Free from all care, like birds on the air, soar above griefs and worries, seek joy and be gay. Often on earth, things of great worth, worldly ambitions define. Sometimes a friend helps us ascend up from life's cares to the sky. Love is a star, though shine divine. Sometimes a friend helps us ascend up from life's cares to the sky. Love is a star, though shining afar. It can guide us and help us toward light to draw nigh. Love is a star, though shining afar. It can guide us and help us toward light to draw nigh.
I'd like next to invite our very special guest and dear friend, Padmashri Kaarthikeyan ji, to address us with a few words of his experience. Let me just introduce you first, sir, because everyone, I'm sure, knows that he is the former director of the Central Bureau of Investigation, the former Director General, National Human Rights Commission, former Special Director General, Central Police Force. Should I be taller? And that he did a great, great service to this nation by solving the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. He's also the founder of the Foundation for Peace, Harmony, and Good Governance. He has been the friend and advisor of many prime ministers, presidents, and Supreme Court justices, Nobel laureates. He was a great, great friend of Abdul Kalam, former president of India, and in fact introduced our Swamiji to Abdul Kalam in Delhi, which was a very beautiful meeting between the two of them. Since the time that Kaarthikeyanji met Swamiji, they recognized in each other a great friendship, and from that very time, Sri Kaarthikeyanji was instrumental in organizing many events throughout Ananda's history in India, including a major event, the launching of the Essence of the Bhagavad Gita in Delhi, which was attended by many luminaries who were speakers that evening. He did a lot to help people in India immediately recognize what they had in Swamiji. And he visited Ananda village several times. He visited Ananda's work in Assisi. He organized many, many screenings of the movie Finding Happiness all over India for many years, including just recently. And so it has been seen in many states around the country, thanks to his efforts also. He organized, not only introduced Swamiji at public events all over India, but organized several of the events himself on behalf of his organization, so that more people would have access to Master's teachings as expressed through Swamiji. He also, though, as I said, has been a dear friend. I remember him coming to a Thanksgiving celebration in 2007. He and his wife Kala attended just a small gathering that we had there at the ashram. It was still the early years of Ananda, India's founding, and he's had many of us over to his home, and his wife Kala would serve us wonderful food and wonderful dosa. And so he's a great public figure, a great servant of this country, as I said, but also a great person. And we're very grateful, sir, for your presence here today. Please share a few thoughts with us.
Vanakkam. Namaskar, good evening to all of you. On behalf of all of us, I extend a hearty welcome to the most respected Naya Swami Jyotishji, Naya Swami Deviji, and all our guests from outside. In fact, we are all no guests here. As the choir was going on, I closed my eyes, I felt the presence of Swamiji, as always. And such a gracious, affectionate person. I miss him very much physically. He is in my morning and evening prayers. What a remarkable genius he is. I am involved in many spiritual organizations. I meet many masters. But Swami Kriyananda was a unique personality, combining in himself all that is best you can find in human beings. Always kind, courteous, compassionate, a brilliant speaker, singer, composer, a great conversationalist. I recall these several hours of conversation. I had the privilege. But now I feel I have regrets that I could have spent more time with him. He was available, but I was running all over the place, which could have been avoided. But then, we take things for granted. We think he will be there forever, It was the last 3 years back. He had a premonition, He requested me, will you be with me in all my major events? I want to go around the cities. I said, yes, Swamiji. 3 years back. So many of you were there in the Music Academy, I'm sure. He was not he was indisposed, not in the best of health at that time. And he came, and we ourselves were surprised. The hall was full an hour earlier, and thousands were outside coming and going away. Swamiji, as always, he sang and spoke beautifully. At the dinner, after the event, normally, I told Swamiji, you are so popular. I myself did not know, because I thought you were new to the South. But see the tremendous response. I think when you come next time, we may have to hold this satsang or meeting. It will be in the indoor stadium. That he told me that I don't think this body will allow me to do that. It may not. He was aware of that. He had a premonition. But this, I have seen him physically in much worse condition in Italy when I was traveling with him. He used to just collapse. I was by his side, I hold him like this. So many times I held him from falling. It's a great privilege, all right. But then, once he starts speaking, as he says, he said, I am not singing. The music just flows through me, he said. I am not the creator. Like that, once he starts addressing, he's full of energy and wisdom and grace. And I took to him, he wanted to meet the President, Dr. Abdul Kalam. So I told the President, he said, okay, bring him. And they had a very good conversation, I remember that. Nice photographs and all that. So again, the meeting could not take place again. And Swamiji was always concerned about, the master. I tell even before Sri Sri Ravi Shankar or Jagi Vasudev or even Brahma Kumari Dadis, I have never seen such a devoted disciple to the master. They all respect their masters, all right. But here, he was, everything he attributed to his master. In the books also, he said, thoughts of my master, Paramahansa Yoganandaji, as remembered by his disciple. Such a devotion I have not seen anywhere. Everything he attributed, all credit he gave to his master. That was his Swamiji's devotion. We can keep on talking like that. Swamiji. And I compliment the owners of this building, Shamla and our father Ramchandran. You are fortunate, to allow your building to be converted into a temple. Your residence becoming a temple is very rare. You build a temple, all right. But a residence to be converted into a temple, it's a great, you must have done a lot of punyam, merit. That's only, otherwise why should they choose this place and it becomes a temple, The times are so bad today around the world, within the individuals, families and societies, what's happening, the wars, mass killings going on in the name of religions, whatever it is. The time has come, I think, more such houses should become temples now. Temples are not enough. The existing temple are not enough. The task of all the great masters, right from Babaji down the line is converting people. Of course, the body is the temple in which the divine resides, That is the truism they have made us, convinced us to do that. But for the way the society is going today, right from that, what happened to the children, the families breaking up and all that. So in a way, it's an indication that more households, families should become like temples, if not actual temples, That type of values should be imbibed in us now. So we are very fortunate, Swamiji had had identified who can carry on his task. Like his master chose him for the task. So Naya Swami Jyotish and Naya Swami Deviji, Naya Swami Jyotish had been with master for more than 50 years, and together, 4 decades together. Isn't it so? So right from the struggle, you must have known how they struggled to build up Ananda village and to have brought it to this level. Now it's more and more awareness. Day before yesterday, I was in Melbourne. There's a tulip flower show. Beautiful. So I told all of them, it's all right, you are creating in the city. You must go and see in Ananda how they have done it. I've been to about 150 countries. I have no hesitation in telling anywhere the most beautiful place, peaceful place I have seen on the planet is Ananda village in Nevada mountains. For those, I also tell them, many organizations, people are happy, healthy, joyous, harmonious, peaceful, respectful. But that's the only place where I have seen everyone living there being equally happy, joyous, helpful, respectful to each other, and an ideal community it is. So it's not far off, because Tamil Nadu, Madras, if they take to something, they take it fully. So now you have got Ananda temple going to be the headquarters here. I'm sure sooner or later, or some of you can join together and request them to guide you to create a spiritual brotherhood communities in a quiet place somewhere around 100, 200 people can join and live together, because people of similar values, attitudes, temperaments, As the master, Yoganandaji said, such small communities can become models for the rest of the world to follow. Oh, it's possible. Now they think it's not possible. You see, if you go and see, they know it's possible. Then 7, 8, 9 communities have been created. So it's possible you can form a community like that, maybe one day. And we all want to live in such a place, isn't it so? Yeah. It need not be necessarily huge bungalows, not necessarily apartments, small villas can be there. Go a little away from the place. You do your job and then come back, go have satsang, share each other, support each other. So become model communities so that, the rest of the world also can follow us. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best here. See you tomorrow.